Hello students, welcome to my class Chemistry Gurukul. Today students, this video is for class 10 and in this video we will study about the general salt or you can say compound which we use at home, and it is washing soda. Okay, so you could see here third salt which we have to study is washing soda, and its formula is Na2CO3 dot 10H2O. Children, this 10H2O can also be named as sodium carbonate decahydrate. I am writing here sodium carbonate decahydrate. Why decahydrate? Because 10 molecules of water is present, means it is attached to it. See children, in my previous videos also I told you that whenever water molecule is attached to any compound, it helps it to form crystals. If it is in crystalline form, means water will always be attached with that compound. Okay, so washing soda is present in crystalline form, so that's why water is attached to it. Okay, now we will discuss about preparation, how it is prepared. This actually preparation of washing soda undergoes 3 steps. I will explain you in 3 steps because in one step it will be difficult for you to understand. So that's why I have written here 3 steps. First step, this whole process is termed as Solvay process. You have to remember this word Solvay process, because in exam sometimes they ask you either direct question or indirect question. Either they will give you the name of Solvay process, or they will give you this reaction, or they may ask you which process it is. Then you have to remember this term, that is Solvay process. Means washing soda is prepared by the help of Solvay process. It is also known as ammonia soda process. It is also known as ammonia soda process because here ammonical chloride is present, and with the help of ammonia this sodium bicarbonate is produced. This we have already seen in our previous salt when we had prepared baking soda. So this is actually the formula of baking soda. So this baking soda crystals are later on in the second step. You could see here when it is heated, so we could see that from here sodium carbonate is liberated along with CO2 and water molecule. This we have seen in second video also, that whenever you will heat the baking soda you will get these 3 compounds. Okay, now we have to separate this sodium carbonate in the second step which we have seen here. Now this sodium carbonate is again recrystallized, means when 10H2O is attached, it is added to it, and this whole process is known as recrystallization. Recrystallization. Okay, so this is called as recrystallization, means addition of water to compound to form crystals. I hope you have understood this all the three processes. And finally we have got this sodium carbonate decahydrate, which is also called as washing soda, which is present at your home also, mine home also, everybody's home this washing soda is present. Now we will move on to the properties. Okay children, first properties are also very important for this salt. First property, it is a transparent crystalline solid. It exists as a decahydrate containing 10 molecules of water. See children, here one term is used, transparent, means this is transparent crystalline because of the presence of 10 molecules of water to it. Understood? Now next, it is readily soluble in water and form an alkaline solution. Alkaline solution means again when you will add it to water it will form basic solution. Okay, means pH value will be more than 7. Now third point is very important. Whenever it is exposed to air, means this washing soda is exposed to air, what will happen? it will always liberate its 9 molecules of water and only 1 molecule will be attached to it. See children, this reaction you have to remember, because sometimes they ask what do you mean by efflorescence. In chemistry this term is sometime being asked. So what do you mean by efflorescence? Means it is liberation of 9 molecules of water from washing soda in the presence of air, or you can say exposure to air. Suppose you have kept this washing soda left exposed to air for more than 2 or 3 months, what will happen? This compound will form. Okay, so this whole process is called as efflorescence, and that's why we sometimes call this compound, that is washing soda, as efflorescent. Okay, efflorescent compound. Now fourth properties, sodium carbonate, when it is heated above this temperature, above 373 Kelvin temperature, what happens? Sodium carbonate is left and water molecule is liberated. I have not written here 10 molecules of water, you can write it here, decahydrate, 10 molecules of water is liberated. Okay, actually this happens in 2 steps. Suddenly it does not liberate all the molecules of water. Okay, until and unless you raise this temperature. If you will raise the temperature, then only this water molecule will be escaped from the compound, otherwise it will remain as it is. Okay, so here now in exam point of view, what you have to remember? You have to remember this term, that is soda ash. Sometimes they ask in the exam, what do you mean by soda ash? Soda ash is nothing but it forms due to liberation of water molecules from washing soda. Okay, so it forms soda ash. So these are all properties, and I hope you have understood properties and preparation. Now moving on to the next topic, that is uses. Uses are also very important. Okay, first, it is used for softening of hot water. What do you mean by softening here? Softening means if water are having different types of ions, cations present in them, we have to remove it for for various purposes, for either drinking, washing, or even for other purposes also. So this softening means we have to remove the cations which is present in water. Hardness of water, to remove the hardness of water, we use this. Second, it is used for washing purposes in laundry and cleaning agent for domestic purposes. Means at home we use it, even in the laundries also they use for washing purposes. Third step, it is used in textile industry and also in petroleum refining. Means in textile industries also it is used, textile industry, and also in petroleum refining. Fourth, it is used for the manufacture of many useful compounds like soap, glass, paper, caustic soda, etc. We have already seen how caustic soda is prepared, so we know that this is also used for preparation of caustic soda. Fifth step, it is used in manufacture of sodium compounds like borax. See children, here borax is a compound which is in, you will study in your higher classes, especially in 11-12. This borax is used for testing various salts, presence of salts in a mixture, and it is actually prepared initially and they form borax bead, that is called as borax bead test. And how they test it? When some salt is actually pour over this borax bead and it is heated, the color of that bead changes. So due to the change in color of that bead, we could make out which ion is present in which salt. Okay, so this is the borax compound which can be prepared for this washing soda. Now sixth, a mixture of sodium carbonate and potassium carbonate is used as a fusion mixture. Again, what is fusion mixture? Sometime This question may arise in your mind also. What is fusion mixture? Fusion mixture is nothing but it is a mixture of sodium carbonate and potassium carbonate along with some organic compound to test the presence of halogens in particular organic compound. This is also used for testing in your higher classes that you will study later on. Now, seventh point, it is used as a reagent in the laboratory. It is also used as a reagent. Various reagents are used in lab. This is also used as a reagent in the laboratories. So children, this is it for today. I hope you have understood this salt and enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.